curriculum. It's just a component, it's just a part of the whole French curriculum. So you're not going, it's not an English school per se, it's an English path, the path you have chosen. You are going to be taught in English as a language, not as a second language. So you are going to be
so French will be second language?
No, the French will not be a second language. You will still access the French language.
But you're saying the English will be the first language?
To that group.
The international section will be getting all the classes in English?
Not all, only the language part. Language will be taught in English, and then you will still access the others. Yeah, you can access the science as well in English, just like the one we are doing at the moment. Yeah, math, history, geography, sports. Yes, in English, but with the support of French as well.
So it's following the French program, but with English classes?
So your child will take the aptitude examination conducted by the British Council.
Okay.
It has 5 components, so they assess your reading, your speaking, your reading and vocabulary, listening levels. So every level you're going to be graded based on the European framework. So B1, A1, A2, B1, B2, C. So it's recognized everywhere. So a child will have this certificate to show. So when you go to another school, you'll know the level of your child in English. If your child is a C, then we really know that your child is very, very young.
And when they're doing evaluation, they're not supposed to do everything in both languages. They take the first language coming in the mind, because the important thing to us is to have the result of the answer, the good answer. Even if it's in English or in French, no matter. I want them to just express the right answer. But meanwhile, they're really and they're helping each other. That's very good.
So would you recommend, because at my son's school, these are little explorers, and they talk about you should get as many languages as possible. So, you know, we're thinking of adding, say, 2 more, and then the French. So in your experience, would that be useful, or it's really not going to help him?
That is an individual thing, because if you have some trouble like dyslexia, it would not be good to have too many languages at the same time. 1 is enough, and maybe 2. And you can see dyslexia, we should see it about 7, 8 years old, but it's not so easy always. But we try to find if there is something special. Otherwise, I should say, a child could be up to 7 years. Between 0 and 7 is the most important age for them to learn, like small, like mushrooms. I mean, and they just take everything in the hairs.
We are more on phonics first, a lot on phonics. We will listen to the sounds, and then we'll link it to the letters, and then we start writing a bit. But it's a bit different. It's less systematic than it is in the British system. But we do it, for instance, we are using our knowledge on phonics to try and write words. Like we decide. For instance, the other day we wanted to write carnival because it's coming. So we think together, how can we write carnival, which in French is carnaval. So we have a boy called Oscar. So we go and get the car from Oscar, and then we try to use all the material, the words that are written in the classroom and then what we know about the phonics, to start and try writing some words.
Premièrement, on broie 10 mg de banane dans ce mortier, puis on ajoute 10 ml d'eau et 10 ml de savon, et ça donne ça avec du sel. Cette étape permet de dissocier les cellules végétales, donc casser les parois rigides, puis on attend 5 minutes.
Après les 5 minutes, on filtre le mélange comme ça et on ajoute de l'éthanol, ce qui est de l'alcool, pour ensuite retrouver ce mélange. En fait, nous pouvons voir entre les deux mélanges une fine couche de substance blanche. C'est la méduse, c'est l'ADN de la banane.
What happens if I fill this bottle with water and I put the whole inside? Some people will say that all the water will go out. Some people will say the water won't just stay at the same volume. This is what happened. I did a hole here and nothing's coming out. Why? Because of the I would say the power of the air. When the air comes inside, it pushes the water, and the water comes out by the hole. But if I close it, nothing will come out anymore because the air is not anymore pushing the water.
On fait une expérience pour chercher à savoir de quoi est constituée la fleur. On sait que la plante est verte, mais souvent on se pose la question, mais d'où vient cette coloration verte? Cette coloration verte vient du fait qu'il y a des chlorophylles dans la fleur. Donc là, on a fait une expérience pour déterminer quelles sont les différentes composantes de la chlorophylle. Donc on a disséqué la fleur qu'on a mis dans ce mortier avec un peu de sable et de l'éthanol, pour pouvoir ensuite, et après on a filtré le tout là à l'aide d'un filtre et d'une entonnoir. Et là on a les résidus avec le sable et le reste de fleurs. Donc on a obtenu le filtrat qu'on a ensuite déposé sur ce papier, avec papier chromatographique. Avec cette pipette, on a déposé ça là sur le trait que nous avons fait. Donc ça, c'était une expérience qui n'a pas réussi. Donc on a recommencé parce qu'en science, on n'abandonne jamais. Donc on a recommencé et on a mis ça dans ces tubes qui contiennent du solvant. Et donc on a obtenu cela. Ça, c'est les différentes composantes de la chlorophylle. Donc juste là, on peut voir le dépôt initial. Ensuite, la chlorophylle B. La chlorophylle A qui a un peu disparu parce qu'on a trop ouvert. Et là, c'est la carotène. Donc, grâce à tout ça, on voit que la chlorophylle a migré. Elle a migré vers le haut pour pouvoir mieux voir les différentes constitutions de la chlorophylle. Donc, à l'aide de ça, on peut voir que ce n'est pas simplement qu'un pigment vert, c'est beaucoup de choses. Et ensuite, après, on voit que ces différentes, à partir du livre, on voit que ces différentes constitutions arrivent à capter, arrivent à des différentes longueurs d'onde, à absorber des différentes couleurs. Et c'est tout ça qui permet que cette fleur et cette soit verte. Merci.
I'm fourth generation Ghanaian, and I got to see the school grow and see people come from all over the world, but the fact that Ghanaians are coming really reassures the fact that even in a country, in an Anglophone country like Ghana, the French and other languages or being bilingual is being taken as important just as having their own language. So I really am excited about that.
Most of the parents ask about the language because, as she said, most of them are Ghanaian, so most of them are concerned about the fact that their kids don't speak French or that they won't be able to integrate because they don't speak French or that they'll feel left out. But our job mostly was to reassure them and to tell them that they won't be alone, that there are more students who won't speak French than students who do speak French, and that there are a lot of people who are bilingual, so that even if they do put their kids into the school, they'll be surrounded by people who are here to make them feel comfortable and make them feel like they belong. So I think that was one of the main questions that was asked.
Also, there is a very important thing, is that the French school has now been certified by Cambridge to give a double certification of French and English, which means today children will graduate from this school with a French baccalaureate and the certification from Cambridge, which would allow them also to keep their English level with also the French way of teaching and education.
I've been here most of my life. I've watched it grow. I've seen multiple headmasters, headmistresses, whatever, administration changing, campus changing. And I think we've gotten to this point where we're accepting everyone. It's a beautiful community. It's a melting pot of cultures, people speaking different languages. I get to learn some new things every day, and I get to say that I'm proud to be part of this community because we're all helping each other. Everyone is going through something, everyone is learning something new, and the fact that we get to help each other and be each other's rocks is something that not a lot of schools get to say. So I'm really proud of that.
There's a very important thing that the Lycée Français gives to our kids, is that it is available everywhere in the world and it follows the same program, which allows these kids to have exposure to lots of expatriates that usually spend like 4 years in Ghana, 4 years in a different country. So we're giving a lot of exposure to our kids by bringing them to the French school, Lycée Français.